Welcome into the Game News Show, the weekly game news show where I, Chrono, walk through some gaming news. And this week, we're going to talk about that Nintendo Direct last week that we already covered, but there's a lot there. Some other rumors around the Nintendo Direct that, some stuff upcoming. Overwatch 2 is celebrating Valentine's Day in the only way they know how. Apex Legends Season 16 dropped today. Super Mario Bros. Movie had a new trailer, and nobody was really talking about it. And then Xbox might be in trouble with the Activision deal, and Game Pass revelations just bring a lot of things into question around it. But let's jump into it. This is the Game News Show. So first up, if you didn't catch it last week, well, just go watch it. The Nintendo Direct. I'm sure you've seen all the news. 10 out of 10. Mainly for I'm going to go over the three biggest things that I loved. One kind of minor thing, but let's just go through the things. Game Boy and GBA games and Game Boy Color. Because I don't know, Nintendo didn't want to separate that for some reason, but those are now on the Switch, and I totally called. I mean, everybody called it, but the structure I totally called like a year ago. I knew GBA. I knew in my heart that GBA was going to be part of the expansion pack, and Game Boy and Game Boy Color were just going to be part of the base NSO subscription. That's exactly what they did. It's phenomenal. There's not a whole lot of games yet, but there's some really good games there, mainly WarioWare. People are questioning why Pokemon wasn't there. Well, Pokemon Day's coming up. Let Game Freak and Pokemon Company have that announcement. Some rumors about that coming up, too. We also had Metroid Prime Remaster Shadow Drop digitally, releasing physical on the 22nd of February, which is next week. I'm going to buy 2 copies of this game. I've already bought the digital one. 10 out of 10. Again, fantastic remaster, amazing game. Love it. This was how you announce something like this. Hey, there's a remaster and you can play it right now. Perfect. Thank you, Nintendo. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom got a new trailer, and apparently it's going to be $70, which upsets some people, but I mean, okay. It is what it is. People are going to buy it. People are going to play it. There's a few collector's editions and bonus things that were announced. None of it looks that great. I mean, it's cool if you like to collect things. I have no more room for tchotchkes. But I'm excited because the game looks awesome and I'm ready to play it. The trailer was neat, introduced some new stuff. You see in the little thumbnail up here, we've got the flying machine. A lot of people think vehicle crafting is going to be in this game. That would be neat, but then it's just Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts with a Zelda skin. Don't at me. But yeah, those are like the biggest things. The next thing, Yoshi's Island announced for Mario Kart 8 and Birdo being a new character. The only reason I included this is because while they didn't show but one track and announce Birdo, which was the first new character we've gotten since Mario Kart 8 Deluxe launched on the Switch, there's other characters going to be coming in later waves. That's super cool. So I'm excited to see who's next. I want to know what people are looking forward to. I'm thinking if they don't go the Smash Kart route, we'll just get a bunch of other variants of characters. Cat Mario, maybe? I don't know. I'm no expert. Anyway, all right, so then let's move on to the next thing. We've got a bunch of rumors, and I alluded to this earlier. Pokemon on NSO, Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. No Pokemon games. In their upcoming games, they announced, or they showed Pokemon Pinball? Was it? No, Pokemon Trading Card Game on Game Boy Color. That's right. So, Pokemon TCG looks awesome. Well, it's rumored and sort of leaked that Gen 3, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald would be coming to the GBA collection of games. But I'm pretty sure all 9 of the games from the first 3 gens, or at least the 2 main versions from each of the first 3 gens, so Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, Ruby, Sapphire, are all going to be coming to NSO pretty soon. And that's for other reasons we'll get into in a moment. But all of these games are pretty much rumored. I almost guarantee we'll get some sort of announcement for one or all of these on the Pokemon Day. I guess they're going to do a Pokemon Presents that day. I haven't seen anything confirmed yet, but it's looking like those are coming. And if we remember when the Gen 1 and 2 games came to the 3DS eShop, we had a way to transfer them into the Pokemon Bank, I believe. I don't think Pokemon Home had come out yet. Anyway, point being, there's likely going to be some of that, or they'll just axe that all together. But I think with the online play that NSO is offering for Game Boy and GBA games, not including the existing functionality from the 3DS versions. It's going to be kind of weird, so hopefully they don't go that route. Nothing confirmed. I'm completely speculating here, but it's heavily rumored Pokemon games are coming. And what would a Game Boy service even look like without the original Pokemon games? Terrible. That's what it would look like. So I thought about this a while back, and back in October, I thought when Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 were revealed, that basically confirmed Game Boy games. The reason I bring that up now is because those games are still coming to Switch Online in 64. But with the addition of Game Boy, now it seems likely, and through some people who've been looking through the emulators Nintendo is using, it looks like we'll have transfer pack functionality, which if anyone is not surprised by this, good job, you're smart. Because it makes too much sense. Pokemon Stadium without being able to import parties would not be fun. I'm just saying the mini games don't hold up that much, but Pokemon Stadium with online multiplayer with parties I built in Pokemon Red and Blue would be a blast. I could see people playing it for all of 10 minutes and then going back to Scarlet and Violet. Anyway, it's going to be cool to see this rolled out. It's nothing confirmed. Like I said, purely rumors and speculation based on existing evidence. But there's a lot of evidence that other games that Nintendo hasn't announced are coming, but due to leaks, like you can't confirm them. It's not an official announcement. But games like Metroid Zero Mission, which if that does not come to the GBA service for Nintendo Switch Online, missed opportunity. One of the best Metroid remakes, because it's a remake of the original Metroid with additional content. I think Metroid Prime Remaster edges it out in my book as the better of the two remakes. I don't know. Yeah, have your opinions. It's 2D Metroid versus 3D Metroid. I love them both, but Metroid Prime Remastered's taken up like all of my time. So let's talk about that again, right? Game came out, played it Saturday on stream. We loved it. I love it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Let's look at the Metacritic scores. 95 reviewer score, Metascore, and a 9.0 user score. Take that. Everything else. This is my game of the year right here already. Zelda's probably gonna get like a 90, maybe an 85. I don't think Tears of the Kingdom will score this high. If it does, hey, good for them. It's gonna be a good game. I just think Metroid Prime is very beloved. So good on the team for releasing an amazing remaster. Nintendo did a good one here. And I gotta say, overall, just the whole Direct, 10 out of 10. I said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. Thought it was awesome. All right, let's talk about Overwatch 2 Valentine's Day events. We have an online dating sim called Loverwatch. Love Never Dies. What you need to know about this is it's browser only. I don't think it's for everybody. It's very silly. I literally started it up to get this screenshot for this thumbnail thing here and closed it very quickly. It does have a Battle.net account linking, so you can get some unlockables. I think there's some profile pictures, some titles. No skin though. No character skins. Just some profile customization things. I mean, might be fun to mess with. I don't know. I haven't dove into it. I'm not a dating sim kind of gamer, but we might play with it. And then in the main game, in the actual Overwatch 2 game, we have the Hanzo Valentine's Skin Cupid bundle, which looks cool. I'm not going to buy it. I don't know anybody that will. But if you play the Love of Geometry mode, which brings back the scatter arrow, which was Hanzo's best move. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it made sense. Anyway, it's a 4v4 all Hanzo mode where he has his scatter arrow ability, which is awesome and should be played and should be available all the time. Anyway, you'll get to use that skin in that mode. Everybody will look the same, and I think it'll be awesome. Gonna check that out at some point. I don't know when. But yeah, good job, Blizzard, for making a fun game mode that people will like and a weird online dating sim game. But yeah, okay, that's enough Overwatch news. Let's talk about Apex. We talked about it last week. Season 16 actually launches today. New character classes are out. Yeah, huge update. Team Deathmatch is now available in the mixtape, which is the rotating game modes every 2 weeks. But Team Deathmatch will be available for the first 3 weeks of this season. We got a new energy AR called the Nemesis. And then it's also the start of the 4th anniversary collection event. I'll be checking it out probably off stream. I don't know. I played last week when I was like, "Ooh, I should dive back into Apex because it's been a while since I played it." The game's still fun. Plays very well. I did pretty well playing, and so I want to play more. We might stream it some. I don't know. All these updates are awesome and make me want to come back to the game. But, the truth of the matter is people are still going to complain about everything. And so no matter how much good they do, the game's going to be terrible, according to Twitter, which isn't a real place, so it shouldn't matter. Anyway, all right, did you catch the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer that came out? I think it was just over the weekend. It's pretty neat. It uses the theme song from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which if you're a 90s kid or earlier, you probably remember the Super Mario Brothers rap. Perfect. Amazing. 10 out of 10 theme. There's a bunch of Easter eggs in the trailer that are pretty neat, hard to spot. Pause it, look at it frame by frame. I'm not that diligent, but I'll watch other people that have done it. But they also have a website in the trailer that if you go to has a bunch of cool little Easter eggs and sound effects and some other stuff that was kind of neat. So you should check it out. I'm looking forward to this movie. It comes out pretty soon. I don't remember what the release date actually is, but I'm pumped for this movie. It's going to be good. It's probably going to be better than the Sonic movie, and I love the Sonic movie. Both of them. They were both really good. Anyway. All right, let's talk about Xbox for a while, because other than Nintendo, we've got a lot of Xbox news. I haven't talked about this a whole lot on Game News Show, simply because I don't know enough to, really deliver the facts too accurately. But over the last few months, Microsoft has been facing a lot of pushback on the Activision deal, both in the United States, the UK, and the European Union. And Microsoft's really fighting an uphill battle because, for obvious reasons, it could be too monopolistic for Xbox to own Activision Blizzard King, namely for Call of Duty, which is the biggest argument. I say, arguably, the biggest acquisition here would be King, which is dominating just mobile gaming in general. So, and that's what Microsoft really wants, let's be honest. But anyway, Sony and Microsoft have been back and forth at each other, accusing each other of all sorts of nonsense. And while it's, it is what it is, Sony doesn't want it to happen because they don't want to lose Call of Duty. No matter how many times Xbox is like, nah, bro, you'll get to keep Call of Duty. It's a huge mess. But let's be real, the deal's probably going to be approved anyway. I just wanted to bring it up because we got some information around it that shows that Xbox Game Pass isn't like the super profit generating machine that Microsoft really kind of advertised it as year before last, maybe. Phil Spencer's quoted with talking about, sales for games released in Game Pass after 12 months is way lower than a game that hasn't been, but that kind of makes sense because games don't stay in Game Pass, for super long unless they're first party or they have like an extended agreement. And you get a discount, if it's in Game Pass and you're subscribed, you get like a 10% discount, right? So there's more incentive to buy it while it's in Game Pass. And then in that first year, you're probably not going to buy it, or it's a multiplayer game and you just don't see a point. Like I'll be honest, Forza Horizon, was it 5? I liked it. Fun game. Fantastic. Had fun playing it. I'm not going to buy it though because I'm bad at racing games, and once you get to a point where you lose much easier, I'm out. I just want to drive cool cars in cool places. I don't want to be like pro racer, Vin Diesel over here. I don't know. I'm just not into the hardcore racing sim or the really super challenging races kind of thing. I just want to enjoy games. But I don't know. I think at the end of the day, what we need to take away from this is Xbox really wants to push Game Pass onto everything that isn't Xbox and PC. We can see that with cloud gaming. But I mean, like I said, with Activision, that would give them a huge leg up in the mobile space to be able to build that out a little better. But all the pushback, we'll see what concessions are made. I know, I'm not like the most well-versed on the legality side of it. I'm just hoping it happens because if Call of Duty were in Game Pass, I would play it more. But that's just my opinion. I don't want to buy Call of Duty every single year. I would rather just play the team deathmatch modes and not have to buy it. I don't think that would be an unpopular opinion. I think people would just be able to enjoy Call of Duty for what it is on Game Pass, and it'd be a huge boost to Xbox. There's no doubt about that. People would love it. But I don't know. Anyway, that'll do it for the game news show. You guys let me know what you think. Nintendo is on a roll as far as I'm concerned. This year is looking to be great for them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And thanks for subscribing and checking out the video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, well, we're about to play some Halo Infinite. Me and my wife are going to be co-oping. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So see ya.